All right, so now we come to what's up in January, and fingers crossed, January is better than December, but hasn't started off very well. Um, so days are getting a little bit longer, but it's still dark enough to observe after the supper hour, so that's handy. Next one, please. This is what the sun looked like on January 11th. You can see that. Uh, what spaceweather.com has the Soho data back up. I guess they repaired the flood damage, and although they had some issues with smoke from the wildfires causing problems. But anyway, so there's a few notable sunspots, but nothing likely to produce any X-class solar flares. Um, so no aurora in the near future. Next, please. The moon. Pretty active this month. It was near Venus on January 3rd, at the same time as the quadrant meteor shower peak, but it was cloudy in Halifax. I don't know if it was better anywhere else. On the 4th, the moon was near Saturn. First quarter, the Tom Cod spawning moon was the 6th. On the 9th, the Pleiades were occulted by the moon, and cloudy here, but I saw some nice images people had taken where the moon had been better. Moon's near Jupiter on the 10th, and the full moon is coming up on the 13th. 13th doesn't look good for a clear sky, which is too bad because the moon will also occult Mars on the 13th, and that'll be visible from Halifax. So it would have been a really nice to observe that or take pictures of it. On the 14th, the moon's near the Beehive cluster, and then last quarter on the 21st, and the new moon on the 29th, and that'll be the snow blinding moon, and the month ends up with the moon near Saturn. Next, please. So if the skies had cooperated, this is what you would have seen on the 3rd and the 9th. Would have been really nice through binoculars. Next, please. The 10th, which was last night, that's what you would have seen, Jupiter near the moon. And the 13th, you can see Mars that's just before Mars moves behind the moon. And good timing too, 10:30. Don't even have to stay up too late to see it. And the 14th. Yeah, we're not. Yeah, Jerry's just saying he's got a new mount coming, so that takes care of the skies for one of those fancy non-weight strain wave mounts. Yeah, that's gonna do it for us. On the 14th, the Beehive cluster will be near the nearly full moon. Nice binocular sight. Best time to do the explore the moon, the different craters and mare is around the time of first quarter. Next, please. And the planets. There's been a lot of hype about on Facebook and other sites, clickbait about you can see all the planets in the solar system at once, and well, it's a bit of a stretch. True, you can see them all, but and all during kind of waking hours almost, but they're not all going to be lined up in a nice close fashion. So Mercury will be visible low in the southeast just before sunrise. Venus visible to the southwest after sunset, and talked about its proximity to the waxing crescent moon. It'll also be close to Saturn between January 16th and 19th. Mars rises soon after sunset. You can look for it between Cancer and Gemini, and closest approach to the Earth is on the 12th and occulted by the full moon on the 13th. Jupiter, very prominent in Taurus, and it was near the waxing gibbous moon last night. Saturn, you can find it in Aquarius after sunset, but it sets during the night, so it's getting fairly low on the horizon. And near the waxing crescent moon on the 4th and the 31st. Uranus still in Taurus, visible with a telescope or binoculars after sunset, but if you're in a really dark site and your eyes are good, you can see it with the unaided eye. And Neptune is a telescope target in Pisces after sunset, and it sets just before midnight. So it's true, you can see all the planets this month, but you have to get out there at different times to see them at their best. So this is what the 4th would have looked like, and that would have been quite nice, the Moon, Saturn, and Venus. Would have been a nice wide field picture. Next one, please. On the 17th, Venus and Saturn quite close together. So a conjunction and a potential wide field photo op if the sky cooperates. Next, please. And the 31st, another nice photo op. So Venus, Saturn, and the crescent moon. And the quadranted meteor shower was on the predicted peak was at 3 p.m. on the 3rd. Again, we were clouded out. I've seen a few pictures of it. I don't know if it was cloudy everywhere in the province. Next, please. So explore the universe. We're into winter constellations, Auriga, Gemini, Taurus, Orion, and Canis Major and Canis Minor. So you can see all of those looking to the east and southeast. Next, please. Winter stars, the brightest star in our sky, Sirius, is about 30 degrees up from the southeast horizon, and a lot of other bright stars, Capella, Rigel, Procyon, Betelgeuse, Aldebaran, Pollux, and Castor, all of which are good for SynScan alignments if you're using a Skywatcher telescope with a Skywatcher go-to mount. Next, please. Explore the universe. We heard a bit earlier today about this afternoon about Kemble's Cascade. That's one of our winter deep sky objects. And if you're looking at Kemble's Cascade, seen here, right at the bottom of the cascade is a open star cluster, NGC 1502. And Orion is well placed for observing in the early evening. And if you're doing that, you're probably looking at the trapezium, and a bit of a challenge is to see if you can see the other 2 stars in the trapezium. There's actually 6 stars there instead of just 4. And if you've got good seeing, which we haven't had for a while, you should be able to see all the stars in the trapezium cluster.
Is that your image?
Yes. Yeah. 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 And double stars. Our double star for this month is Delta Cephei, and this is the variable star prototype of the Cepheids. Its period is 5.4 days, and this is a photo I got from the internet, and you can see Delta Cephei A is a nice white yellow star, and near it is a Delta Cephei C, which is a blue star, and just off to one side of the constellation Cepheus. And that's it for January. Any questions?